Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to more content on the channel. Today's video, we're gonna play some more anime Saga. Guys, yesterday night I racked up like about 7,000 gems and Sid was on banner. I really wanted to get Sid, so I decided to go summon, you know, while I was laying in bed and stuff like that. And guess what? I didn't get Sid, but I did get all the legendaries in the game. So in today's video, I thought we'd check out all the legendaries and actually see which one is the best one. Because as of right now, we've only played with Katakudi and Zoro on camera. So hopefully you guys are excited for this video. If you want to continue to see more content on this game on the channel, just drop a like on the video and support your boy.
Hey, yeah, I've been laying low and getting to some plays with the bros. Cause the pros got a pro with some under control.
Alright, let's claim our day 4 login reward here and chat. Oh my goodness gracious, is this game doing numbers? Okay, they recently shut down because Roblox has some issues for like an hour or two or stuff like that, so the game's just back at what it normally is, like around 46-ish, 50,000 players. But in the morning, bro, it was almost at 80,000 players. It was insane, bro. This game is doing numbers. So I'm glad that the devs are on it, like as far as like this game is concerned and stuff like that. It's my boy Warwick, it's Enoske. But yeah, there's been a lot of like balance changes, adjustments, and things of that nature. One thing that I don't know why is still not fixed. Like for example, I go into the summon here. You guys see it costs 400 gems to summon, and if you take a look, I have a super lucky potion, 2 of them in fact right now, and it's supposed to give me 50% off of summons. So that multi-summon should not even be 400, it should be 200, and it just doesn't work. I don't even know if the luck boosts actually work at all, which is insane considering that super lucky is 200 Robux each, and then lucky is 100. So I hope they get on that soon. But in my failure of an attempt to get Sid, I'll show you guys all the legendaries that we have. They also need filter settings as well in the UI, like filter for like sort by rarity, you know, sort by power level, all that stuff, you know what I mean? So take a look, guys. We have Enoske that we've always had here, okay? We have a couple of mochis, a couple of Zoros as well, and man, for the love of God, can we get like stats on hover or something? Like right now we got to click them and see what we get and then go back into the UI and remember what we saw. Oh my God, this Zoro has a good stat roll. Okay, he's insta lock, my boy. He's gonna replace my main Zoro right now. So Warwick just logged in for the gold shop apparently. Yo, this guy has been sweating, chat. So here's Gohan. Okay, we haven't played with him, so we'll go ahead and lock him because I don't know if I have multiple of him. Oh, I do have multiple of him. There you go. We have another. Okay, this Gohan's better. Hold on, let me lock him because he has better stats. And then we have Pain over here. So these are all the legendaries. It's Gohan, Pain, Zoro, and Katakudi, of course. So I actually had 2 other Gohans. All right, this one is pretty decent. Triple S on health. Golly. All right, now he's getting locked. So what about this mochi? S on health as well. I might have to replace that mochi with my main. Oh no, my main mochi has an S plus on health. All right, let me go through the other mochis real quick because I don't think I have clicked on them. And some of them might have good stat rolls, to be honest. Okay, I went through all the other champions. Nothing is good. But this Gohan, man, my gosh, we're gonna keep him at bay because other Gohan has better like stats across the board. But this one has triple S on health, so we definitely gotta focus on him. Unless, well, I'm not even gonna do it. I was gonna reroll his stats, but we haven't even played with Gohan yet. So anyway, let me go ahead and show you guys. They fixed traits, by the way. Finally, traits work as intended. Yesterday, you guys know I was showing you our, you know, Katakudi with this trait that we have where we're supposed to get 40% health back on every defeat or kill, and it wasn't working, but they fixed that finally, so that's pretty cool. So I guess we can start off with this, right? So right now this is my team bonus for having Katakudi and Zoro together. We're gonna click play. We're gonna run through. To me, act 3, the Mamba one, is like the fastest clears in general, so we're just gonna go through it. Matter of fact, we can do it on Nightmare. Yeah, we've never done Nightmare difficulty, so we'll check that out. And yeah, we'll do this on Nightmare. You guys should know how my Katakudi and my Zoro work, but for the people that haven't seen, you know, we're gonna start off with them first, and then we're gonna move into some of the other legendaries and things of that nature. And I don't know, there's like a lot of changes with these characters that I also cannot tell you because they're doing a lot of like shadow nerfs and stuff like that, shadow updates. They're not really letting us know anything about nothing quite effectively, but yeah, so it's kind of tough for me to like let you guys know. But also of any changes, by the way. But also if you guys take a look now at the bottom right hand corner, abilities when they're on cooldown, they actually turn yellow. So before it used to always be pink, and then like it was just weird for you to be able to tell like when your ability was on cooldown, but they ended up fixing that up just earlier. And talk about fixes and stuff, we have some new codes. So I'll show you guys some new codes after we finish this lobby up here, or this run. But yeah, this is Katakudi. As you guys can see, the main downfall with Katakudi is after his nerf, his cooldowns are insane, and he really doesn't output the same amount of damage, unfortunately. Which, by the way, talking about damage, I also think they fixed stat rolling as well, because I told you guys before too in the last video, it seemed before like you could level up, roll your stats, and it didn't do any difference to your damage output. And now I'm definitely noticing differences when I level up and when I reroll my stats and stuff like that. So pretty cool stuff. So you guys are basically seeing all the abilities with Katakudi. Even though he got nerfed, he's still very viable. It's just unfortunate that his cooldowns are insanely long. But yeah, let's swap on over to Zoro. Zoro's a unit that's actually growing on me a lot, bro. Okay, so Zoro's onigiri does a whole lot of damage. As you guys can tell, we just one-shotted. Okay, we were not able to one-shot these units with any of the moves that Katakudi had, and Zoro just one-shotted. So as you play this game, you'll notice that some units are like natural born boss killers, and for me, from what I've seen so far, Zoro is one of those units. Like when it comes compared to Katakudi, bro, Zoro, like his 360 pound Phoenix does so much damage on bosses. It's insane, bro, and it has a really quick cooldown as well, as you guys are seeing. So yeah, Zoro is just really solid overall too. I really like him, and I don't know, unless like Pain and Beast Gohan are absurdly good, I don't know, bro. Katakudi and Zoro for me, man, they're like up there, bro. Like they're my favorites so far. So for me personally, between these two, Katakudi I would 100% use for like farming and like mob gathering, because he's just that much better at that. And for bosses and stuff, I would use Zoro. Zoro is like, in my opinion, a bit better as it stands right now with how they have Katakudi. You guys will see, man. You guys will see when I start using that pound Phoenix on the bosses, bro. Like he kills it, twin. By the way, I hope you guys are noticing the HP that we're getting back every time we kill an NPC. That's because of our abysmal. I think it's called abysmal or abyssal, maybe. I don't know. I think it's, I don't know, whatever trait it is that we have right now, that's the effect of it. Did we just, oh, okay, I thought we bugged out. Okay, so let me show you guys, right? Basically, wow, this boss has 10,000 HP. So this is like Act 2, Stage 5 type of like, or well, Stage 2, Act 5 type of HP values. This is insane. So check it, right? You see how much damage Katakudi's doing? Not bad, right? Not bad at all. Now watch this when I switch over to my Zoro. Check out, hold on, let me dodge that. Check out the freaking Pound Phoenix. Yo, that thing does so much damage, bro. And its cooldown is very, very fast. Dragon Twister is also really good too. I'll show you guys Dragon Twister. And there you go. Like, it just, I don't know, bro. I feel like Zoro is like a natural born like boss killer, bro, for real. Especially considering the fact that this 360 pound Phoenix does as much damage as it does and has such a low cooldown to it. So just so you guys can understand, you can literally get your 360 pound Phoenix off cooldown twice before your onigiri, excuse me, comes down off of cooldown. All right, so we're gonna swap back to Katakudi and we're gonna do our thing. All right, and there you go, guys. We got that done. So obviously this comparison is a little bit skewed towards you know, Katakudi's favor, because he's like level 20. He has like a good trait on him and stuff like that. And stat rolls also matter, but I feel like even still Zoro held up on his own. That's how good he is as a unit. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and run our Enoske. I think this might be our best Enoske, and indeed, so we'll go ahead and run him. And I want to say our Beast Gohan. We'll run both of these guys. They're not gonna get a team bonus, unfortunately, as you guys can see, because we're missing another unit. Once we get to level 20, which I think they lowered that too. I think the last slot was at level 30, but once we get to level 20, we can equip our third slot unit, so that'll help a lot. But Enoske, man, his team buff is insane, bro. 20% total team damage is nutty, bro. Like, honestly, bro. Like, if you just equip like a random filler like Nezuko or Tanjiro and then just put in like your main dealing DPS and Enoske, bro, you'll be doing hella damage. All right, let's go ahead and dive into this. It's a little risky just because none of these guys have a trait to them. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and use these codes real quick. I was about to forget, and then we'll see if we can just spend like 1 or 2 traits on each one of these guys and see if they get anything good. All right, so this code literally came out. It's called in Bug Saga We Trust. Go ahead and use it, guys, and as you can see, you're gonna get a bunch of stuff. You guys want to use this code because it's only gonna last 2 days, and it's a really good code. It was meant to give you guys rewards due to the game going down. That little shutdown that I told you just happened earlier today because Roblox was having issues. So next code is 50k active. You guys can go ahead and use that. As you guys can see, pretty good amount of rerolls and stuff like that, and some gold and whatnot. And then the last code is 1M visits. Make sure you guys use these codes. Last time I gave you codes, you guys waited a bit, and some people were like, oh, you know, the codes say that they're invalid and this and that. And it's like, yep, they're expiring. They're expiring, twin. So as you can see, we have 38, trait rerolls. I probably should be saving these, but first, let's go ahead and use something on Gohan real quick. Nah, come on, twin. All right, Swift 2 is a 6% reduction in SP and a 6% cooldown time. Okay. What about Gangi over here? Endurance 3. Okay. What is that? 12% HP and 12% damage. Golly. All right, wait a minute. Hold on. That's disrespectful to Gohan, though, right? Oh, wait! Bloodlord, baby! Lifesteal 1.5% of damage dealt. Restores 10% of HP on kill. And when HP is below 30%, lifesteal 4% of damage dealt. That's insane. By the way, the other trait that we had was Abyssal. Yeah, bro. This thing is really good. The Abyssal trait is really good. But Bloodlord is insane too because you get freaking lifesteal on hit. That's insane, yo. Okay, so I would definitely say this evens out the playing field a little bit for these guys because, you know, like I said, they're different levels, but, hey, man, stat rolls are decent and they got good traits now. All right, so let's start things off with Enoske. I've actually played with Enoske before. You guys have seen me use him, and I didn't find anything special out of him. I felt like he did really good damage, but that's about it. So we'll check out the M1s, excuse me. As you guys can see, nothing really crazy. We have the Z key, which is like a burst attack, and that is nothing crazy either. Then we have Slice and Dice, which is our X key, as you guys can see. So the only thing that I will say was good with Enoske was that he had a lot of knock back abilities and knockdowns. So a lot of stuns effectively, and that made him shine a little bit when I used him. But aside from that and his damage, like, I was like, I don't know, right? So then we have Crazy Cutting, which is our C key ability, guys. And I messed it up because you're supposed to hold it down, but yeah, that is pretty much Enoske, as you guys can tell. Not really, you know, the craziest legendary in my opinion. All right, guys, finally have my ability off cooldown. We'll go ahead and use it right down over here. So again, C is our Crazy Cutting ability, and as you can see, this is it. So I'm not gonna lie, I would rank Enoske dead last on the list of legendaries so far. So out of Katakudi, Zoro, Enoske is dead last, and that's just my opinion. You guys let me know if you agree with it or what. But after we get this clear down over here, we'll go ahead and swap on over to Gohan, and we'll see how Gohan fares out. All right, so here's Beast Gohan, chat. I think he has one of the cooler character models in my opinion. So let's check our M1s. Yeah, the lifesteal on the M1s is just nutty in my opinion. That's really cool. Obviously, that's due to the trait, not inherently because it's Gohan or nothing like that. So, but anyways, our first ability is called Blast Ball. You use it with your C key. Not bad. Okay, doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but not bad at all. Now, our next ability is Maseko. That should do a good... Oh, you fly up in the air. Ooh, and you do line damage with it. Not bad. Ooh, residual burn damage too, I think. I don't know. Then, our last ability is Ultimate Kamehameha, as you guys can see. Okay, I didn't get that directly in proportion to where they were. Like, they kind of like skewed off to the side there, but I will say, very good damage, you know, and lowish kind of cooldowns on his abilities. I'm liking it. All right, let's use our Ultimate Kamehameha again. These guys are in a line right now, and yeah, it's basically like a one-shot kill, unless if they get like glitched out a little bit. I like him. I like him. I would put Gohan like at Zoro's level, maybe even slightly above. So yeah, like honestly, bro, because he has like, he has like spammable abilities. So you can spam all his abilities back to back to back, as you guys can see. Now for bosses, that's where Gohan might go crazy, TBH. We'll see. By the way, his Maseko has a stupid low cooldown, bro. Like, his worst cooldown is his ultimate Kamehameha. Everything else, well, not really. His blast ball is pretty bad too. But yeah, his Maseko is really low cooldown. Like, you can just spam that ability, bro. It's insane. All right, chat, it's boss time over here. Let's see how this goes. All right, let's see. Let's use our blast ball ability. Okay, what the hell? That did really no damage. For some reason, sometimes when the bosses spawn in the beginning, you don't really do too much damage on them. But all right, let's use our Maseko. See how much damage that does. Okay, and then we have our ultimate Kamehameha, and we'll use it here. Yeah, I like the fact that you can easily spam your abilities with Gohan on bosses, especially with the Maseko, since you fly in the air. So like I said, to me, his shine is probably going to be here in these bosses. So yeah, he's doing pretty decent damage, to be honest. And like I said, for a lot of moves that are effectively unavoidable on bosses, you can just use your Maseko and dodge out the way on it. Like, look what I mean. I'm just going to stay on the boss, right? I'm going to keep attacking. This one is unavoidable, basically. Look, I avoided it because I was using my Maseko. And then you can use your ultimate Kamehameha at distance too. Like, bro, Gohan is solid overall. He's really well-rounded. Now, let's use our Enoske, and we'll try to see. Actually, let me get some heals real quick. All right, let's use our Z key. As you guys can see, all right, pretty decent damage. Yeah, pretty decent damage overall on the boss, TBH. And then this is our C key, which doesn't really work that well on the boss. But granted, I would rank this similar to what I rank Katakudi's like little mochi wheel. That's also not that good when it comes to the boss as well. But definitely, in my opinion, top 3 legendary units so far is Gohan, Zoro, and Katakudi. And I still have Katakudi in number 1, to be honest, even after all the nerfs and whatnot. But Gohan is really viable though, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, the distance between 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place as far as like the ranking with these guys is a lot closer than what you would think, chat. Like, it's not like a night and day difference. Like, it's really close. Like, Gohan, I feel like with a better stat roll and higher levels and stuff like that, I feel like he would be shredding twin. Like, he's just that good, you know? All right, guys, this should be it here. Let's go ahead and just hit him a couple of times, and yeah, the boss is done. All right, yeah, I had a lot of fun with Beast Gohan, bro. I really did. Beast Gohan is lit. All right, chat, we're back out here. Okay, what the heck, man? I thought the banner refresh was gonna be something better, but Okurun seems to stay on banner, twin. Like, it's insane. Anyway, so let's remove Enoske and we'll put Pain into our rotation. So again, just so that you guys can take note of the stat rolls, he doesn't have the best stat roll, but his damage is pretty good. So we'll go ahead and equip him, and then we'll take him into the traits reroll area, and let's see if Twin can get a little lucky here. So endurance 2. Ooh, Phantom. What is that? Phantom is a 4%. So minus 20% consumable SP, 12% cooldown reduction, 10% crit chance. I mean, hey, I'll take it. Okay, I'll take it. So he has a team buff boost, if you will, with Naruto and Sasuke. It's called Ninja, and it boosts all skill cooldowns by 15%, allowing faster and sharper moves in combat. So just wanted to point that out. And with that being said, we are going to go back in here. Oh, by the way, we're level 15 now, so I finally unlocked the red light district, which is the next area. But let's run this back on Nightmare, and let's keep it going. Well, in actuality, chat, I realized we are level 16. So you remember how I told you guys in that little beginner guide, if you watch that video, that the best leveling basically is this act, especially because you can solo it. And I hope you guys are taking note of the fact that it is. We are getting a lot of XPs, fast levels. We've only ran this twice, and we've gone from like, I think level 14 to 16 now. So pretty good. All right, so here's Pain. Let's go ahead and get these guys together. Again, his M1s are the only thing that might be good because just has bad stat rolls on everything else. So yeah, pretty decent damage for being level 1 and for having the trait and stat rolls that he has. So let's get these guys all together, and absorb everything is our Z key. That is really good. Oh man. And it also has a low cooldown too. We're gonna actually use that ability again. That's a really good ability, bro. Yeah, for mobs, bro, like, I don't know. I would say Katakudi is still the best, but this is really good. Let's see the other moves, right? Almighty pushes our X key. We jump up and push him back a little bit, not too much. And then our last ability is called Earth Void Shibaku Tensei. So basically planetary devastation, as you guys can see. Whoa, did they just move out of the way from? Oh my god, we didn't even get to see how much damage it really did because they moved out of the way. All right, so I think we're gonna have to go ahead and combo together our Z and our C skill. So let's get these guys all together, right? We'll do that, and then we'll use this ability, and we'll see. Bro, please don't move out. Oh my god, bro, what in the mid? They keep moving out the way of the PD, bro. They should, like, I don't know, maybe they need to adjust those values to where the enemies stay knocked down a little bit longer. But listen, Pain is really good for fighting mobs. I don't see him being really good against bosses. I mean, maybe the PD might be good. I don't know, we'll see. But I'll wait to fully judge, but based off of what I'm seeing and how I think it'll work, I think I have Enoske dead last on legendaries. I would have Pain right above him. I would have, bro, y'all might think I'm tripping for this, but I would have Zoro above that. I would have Beast Gohan second, and I would still have Katakudi in first place even after all the nerfs. I just think that, like, oh, our Pain just died. I didn't realize that. But I just think that beyond, like, all the nerfs, he's still really viable, whether it be against regular mobs and NPCs or just against the boss. And honestly, like, I might even, I don't know, I something in me is telling me that I'm tripping by putting Gohan first eventually. I might put Gohan first eventually because TBH, once he gets a better stat roll, gets higher level and stuff like that, like, bro, like, he's really good against normal enemies. Okay, hear me out. He's really good against normal enemies. You can spam his abilities really well because, you know, they don't have, like, long cooldowns, with the exception of his blast ball for some reason. That thing is just kind of dumb. And some of his moves just overall make you invincible against bosses' moves. So Katakudi unfortunately does not have a moveset like that. Like, he has a really good moveset, but he's just gonna get hit when you're using abilities if you get caught up in the boss's combos. But anyways, as it is right now, 100%. Katakudi's first, Gohan second, and it's very close between Gohan and Zoro. But yeah, Gohan second, Zoro third, Pain fourth, and Enoske dead last at fifth. That's how I have my rankings as far as, like, the legendaries. Like, bro, just look at this ability, bro. Like, the bosses cannot hit you when you use that ability, dude. This Maseko is, like, a lifesaver, dude. It really is. All right, guys, we got that done fairly quick, fairly easily with Gohan, bro. My goodness gracious, man. I love this guy.